Very much to this Workers' Rights Forum. My name is Shelly Mayer. I'm the Assemblywoman for the 90th Assembly District here in Yonkers. Please come in and you can sign in later. I just would say that we have Lorraine Ortega, who is available to translate as needed, particularly when it gets to questions. But please, Marcelo, can you guys come sit down first before we do translation on a one-on-one basis? This really was the brainchild of my friend Jordan El-Hag here, who is the business manager of IBW Local 1430. His union represents a lot of line people who work outside for Con Ed, and I'm very honored that I got to be on the picket line with them in their efforts to get a contract, and they have a lot of struggles. And in talking with Jordan and knowing the kinds of calls I get in my office, it was clear to me that we need to continue to make sure that everyone knows that New York State, in fact, has laws that protect workers, and we have to do a better job of getting the word out. So tonight, I'm very pleased that we have some great presenters from the enforcement agencies who I'm going to introduce in a minute. Giovanna Giraldo, who's Chief Labor Standards Investigators from the New York State Department of Labor, and she's going to speak. And Jordan is going to speak a little bit about some of the practicalities in the union. And then Andrew Elmore, who's the section chief from the Labor Bureau of the New York State Attorney General's office, Eric Schneiderman. So I'm very pleased that they are able to join us. I want to introduce a number of other people who are here sharing with us, and I appreciate so many of my friends in labor and others being here tonight. For my staff, because unfortunately I have to leave at a certain point, Rachel Estroff. Rachel, please raise your hand. My chief of staff is here. Anyone who has a problem that they think my office can help with, please let Rachel or Marcelo Figueroa of my staff know. Commissioner Tom Meyer, the commissioner of the Yonkers DPW, thank you very much, Tom, for being here. Lou Piccani, who is the business agent of Teamsters here in Yonkers and throughout a lot of Lower Westchester. Thank you for being here. I saw Lou Boucher from the Retired Police and Fire Association. Thank you very much for being here. Judith Ramos-Meyer, a friend of mine and really an expert on labor law enforcement, who has her own firm on workers' compensation, social security, and disability representative here in Yonkers. Thank you very much. She's also a member of the Yonkers Board of Education, where we have lots of dealings together, all in a good way. So with that, I just want to say, if there are people who feel we need Spanish as we go along, please let me know. I would prefer if we do it in English and then we get to the questions and answers, we will translate as necessary. I didn't introduce Gary Brown, who's head of the Westchester Office of Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, a friend of mine for many years and a great asset here. But the fact is, New York has great laws on labor law, on wages, on overtime, on wage theft, on getting what you're entitled. But people are reluctant to exercise their rights, and with good reason. And one of the fears is immigration status issues. One of the fears is what can happen as retaliation. One of the fears is how long it takes to get any recovery, how long can the agencies take. So I'm going to let these really special guests go through and describe what the laws are and how you can protect yourself, and then we're going to open it up for questions. So with that, I'm going to start with Giovanna Giraldo, the Chief Labor Standards Investigator of the New York State Department of Labor, who's going to talk about record keeping, taking action, and protection. Thank you all.